One thing that I honestly do want to talk about that I honestly thought I would never really talk about on this channel. I know there's a lot of videos on it, but it's the Back to the Future ride. Yes, it was very iconic. It was Universal's, I want to say, original attractions. I know it came out in 1992 when they finished up the third film, but it was a very solid ride. I rode it growing up as a kid before they closed it, but throughout every experience of the ride, no matter how many times you went on it, it was always enjoyable. The only thing is that the ride was not going to last due to the fact of the second film. The second film is a whole other 2015, and unfortunately, our natural world isn't that futuristic yet. So it was going to outsee itself, so they had to come up with some new plans. The only thing that was really not 100%, I guess you can say, relatable towards Universal is that they went with Fox TV show, which is The Simpsons. The Simpsons definitely is an amazing show. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's fun, it's classic. It started up in, I believe, 88 or 89, but they obviously replaced the ride with the Simpsons ride and basically had a whole new outlook of that area in Universal Studios Hollywood. But overall, one thing that a lot of people, I guess you can say, didn't like was just erasing the fine print of Back to the Future and then just kind of coloring it back in with the Simpsons. So we basically got the same exact ride, same movement, same concept, but just exterior with the Simpsons. Now I get it, the Simpsons, no issue, but the thing is now is Fox owns, but Disney now owns Fox. So now that there's a whole other license and everything that's involved with it, it's like there's no reason now for Universal to pursue The Simpsons, especially because now it's strictly getting capital from Disney. So I'm making this video especially so people can understand a new idea and a new concept that I have for the ride. And yes, it's a film, obviously, and to this film today, I feel like has one of the best nostalgia from over hundreds and hundreds of films that we definitely love. So I really think this will be a good asset to when it comes down to this specific ride. The runner-up goes to, well, let's see, Ready Player One. Yes, honestly, this is the ride that I believe will replace The Simpsons and honestly make it better. Now, I know I'm only a fan and I'm just coming up with this idea, but just understand this concept that I'm coming with. The fact is the person who directed literally this movie is Steven Spielberg. He is basically Universal Studios' bread and butter. Now, he directed Jaws, E.T. This guy literally produced Back to the Future with Robert Zemeckis. He literally has his hands on a lot of pieces and arts when it comes down to movie nostalgia, and especially for Universal Studios. So what other perfect ride could you put there? And it would definitely be Ready Player One. Now, here's the idea on how I would do the ride, because that's honestly something that a lot of people don't really maybe think like, okay, what could we do to make it Ready Player One? Now, this is an idea I thought of, and hopefully it comes to mind in a little bit of an understanding way. Now, what I'll do first is to make it entertaining while people are waiting in line. I will have obviously TVs surrounding them or screens where they're able to get a little bit video of James Holiday basically talking about the ride in itself, but more of the concept of just the idea of what is going to be in store and kind of like, okay, on this journey, this is what you're going to go through. Now, I will bring back the Back to the Future ride. Yes, I would when it comes down to the DeLorean. I will have everybody sit in the DeLorean once again, keeping it iconic, bringing it back to literally modern days, but modernizing it with basically Ready Player One. Yes, Parsifal drives the DeLorean, which is amazing. Now, during this whole ride experience, you and all the other riders will be sitting down and basically going through the whole city of New York City, Brooklyn Bridge, going through all these crazy basically obstacles, trying to race to basically win these keys. And what's cool about it is, one thing I like about using this specific scene for the roller coaster or the ride, whatever we want to call it, but overall, just so that way we could bring back the Jurassic Park. T-Rex was obviously directed by Steven Spielberg, Jurassic Park, another Universal iconic basically character. In the big man himself, I will definitely have King Kong in there as well. Now, using these characters were already big icon to Universal Studios, so to have them on this ride experience while you're basically going through the DeLorean once again is gonna be, from my point of view, an amazing experience overall. So that's definitely how I would have everything tied together. But then obviously, if you've seen the movie, you cannot go through that obstacle. So I would start it off as going through the whole obstacle and then cut. What happened? Did we lose? Then from there, we get the backward
Why can't
experience.
we go backwards for once? Backwards, really fast, fast as we can. Really put the pedal to the metal, you know?
Go back! 10 seconds!
Why can't we go backwards?
From this scene on, the riders will definitely go through the backward experience, just as seen in the film, which basically this is just like a quick conclusion, kind of giving you the feeling and the illusion that you are going backwards, where you can see everything around you and kind of see what basically you went through, but a little bit more of a fast, cruisable motion. And as you're going through that all, you see King Kong at the end, upset. You get to the finish line, and from there, that's when the ride ends, and you enjoy definitely the best experience, new version, the Ready Player One ride. Now, one thing I understand is that Warner Brothers does own the rights to Ready Player One. But yes, Steven Spielberg is the owner of Amblin, which is worked with Universal Studios as well. And Warner Brothers also has a Universal theme park as well, which is the Harry Potter world, which in my opinion is amazing and is basically bringing a lot of people into the park. So with that being said, overall, I do believe that this ride can be possible. I know it's just a theory, or it's just an example, or it's just an idea, but if many people could watch this video and share it to people, it's not even just for you guys to subscribe, I don't care, but share the video and like it. Maybe Universal could see it and get an idea and maybe use it. So hopefully it happens. If it doesn't happen, this was a fun video and I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you guys for your time. Take the time to write something in the comments, your ideas, and basically enjoy it. Thank you guys again.